Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of the 2000 Stanley Cup Championship between the Western Conference champion Dallas Stars and the Eastern Conference champions, your New Jersey Devils. And now the starting lineups for the Dallas Stars. On defense, number 2, Darian Hatcher. At number 24, Richard Matvichuk. At left wing, number 45, Brendan Morrow. At right wing, number 16, Brett Hull. At center, number 9, Mike Modano. And in goal, number 20, Ed Belfour. The head coach of the Stars is Ken Hitchcock. And now for the New Jersey Devils. Starting on defense, number 4, Scott Stevens. And number 28, Brian Rafalski. At left wing, number 26, Patrick Elliott. At right wing, number 17, Peter Sikora. At center, number 25, Jason Arnott. And in goal, number 30, Martin Brodeur. The head coach of the Devils, Larry Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for the opening face-off of the 2000 Stanley Cup Championship, please join us in remembering one of the greatest champions ever to have graced the ice.
The ref is ready. Are you ready? Here we go. Nieuwendyk won the draw. That's Cote around the net. Manson didn't expect the pass. Lemieux gets a good shot away. Right off the bat. Inside the line, just off the boards, and right on Belfour. Falski shoots a high one in, heads off. Gomez is racing in. Belfour reached out to stop that pass out in front of his own net. And then he has to be careful with Gomez and Nemchinov working hard along the boards. Gomez lost the chance to clear it center. Off the stick, wide. Gomez gets it back out in front. Chinov was there, but the pass intercepted. Dallas in a little trouble now trying to cover this line. And Chinov behind the goal. Lyashenko can't take it from him. Gomez along the boards and coming out to the line. A long shot is blocked and cleared by Matvichuk to the line, and now out to center ice. First attack relieved by either team. Kept in by New Jersey again. Hatcher can't clear. McKay comes in, shoots. Belfour did not see it. It hit his stick and hit his skate, and I don't think he saw it. Shot away to the boards. Tipped out by Sim. And Nieuwendyk went up there after it. He and Thorne went in there. They go offside at the New Jersey line.
threw a bone-crushing check on Marshall in front of the Dallas bench. Here it is right here on Sims, Scary, right here. Right into the support, ends where the glass starts. And then down in front of the New Jersey bench, the favor was returned. So
out again. Balski racing back. Modano nearly caught up to it. He does! And rescuing the puck was Brodeur. And then he was bumped. The crowd doesn't like that. Dallas with the draw. Sador shot it along the boards to the corner. Lehtinen trying to swing out front, and he does. McGillney was there, did not clear it. Now Dallas is attacking. Zubov centering pass didn't work. Lehtinen again around the net. Chased by Danakol. Dallas pressing behind the goal. Lehtinen working well back there. Going the other way. Gomez couldn't stop him. Iashenko went over and dropped back to the line, filling that spot left by the defenseman who was pinching in. It cuts a slot, and Iashenko's shot was deflected by Danakol into the crowd. A race for it. That's Madden trying to cut in. He's a quick skater and gets in front of the net now, waiting for the pass. It doesn't come. McKay got it back to the line. Shot deflected and stopped.
Shot on goal to the wrong way. Off the faceoff, Nieuwendyk against Arnott. Arnott has won 48% of the playoffs, and Nieuwendyk 58%, but Jason Arnott won that one. Elias kicked it away behind the net. Sikora's in front. Backhander belt for Sikora. Stop! What a backhanded tip! Jason Arnott! An unbelievable shot!
Boy, you can't beat chemistry. This line is fantastic. Best chemistry of any trio in the playoffs. Sikora, Elias, and Arnott. And the Dallas Stars did not have the matchup that they started the game with. There is number 5, Daryl Sador. Sergei Zubov was out there trying to take Sikora. Joe Nieuwendyk did not have Arnott. Boy, an interesting sequence. I mean, the Dallas Stars, each one of those man-to-man coverage sequences, they were a step behind. First Sador, then Zubov, then Nieuwendyk, and Jason Arnott at the right place at the right time. But you can't buy chemistry. I mean, if you had $1 million you would pay for it this time of year. That line has it.
They are the top 3 scorers on the team in the playoffs. Jason Arnott gets his 5th goal.
Dallas trying to win these draws. It's back of the net. King dumped it out front. Niedermeyer was there, lost it. One shot is deflected through center. Had to dump it in. Nice pass, McGillney. McGillney gets in, and the pass in front of the net. He might have had a shot there. Was in great position. Elected to pass into Nemchinov. Arnott over there, the goal scorer, the only goal scorer in the game so far. Thorne missed a chance, but up through center. They get over the line. Hatcher to Thornton. Shoots off the glove of Brodeur. Couldn't hang on to it. Off the boards and centered. Brodeur knocked it away. Matvichuk's shot is stopped by the goalie. And it's knocked down at the line. Hatcher dumped it behind the goal. Heads off. Puck comes out. Back in. Offside. Muller moved up. Marshall from the other side. He and Carbonneau in there with Muller. And Muller got it back for Marshall. Carbonneau gets in front, turns, can't shoot it. Marshall does. That's blocked. Danakol fell in front of the shot. Sador will take over. New Jersey changing. 7:05 left in the first period. 1-0. The Devils with the first goal. Iashenko moves up, dropped it back. Lehtinen turns. Iashenko's quick shot. Deflected wide of the goal. Brodeur got a piece of it. Keane working hard back there with Iashenko and Lehtinen. Lehtinen gets it out. And Sador lets it rip. Scores! Sador found the far side and ripped it hard inside the post.
well, some good forechecking by the Stars caused the turnover. And Sador makes a nice play because when he first gets the puck, his shooting lane is blocked. He moves it over and puts it in. We'll show you that at the end. The Stars get the puck deep right here. And then some good work behind the net. Iashenko gets it right here. We'll throw it on the watch Sador. He can't shoot it here, so he moves it over a little bit and gets it by Brodeur. Here's another look at it. Some good work along the boards by Keane. And then Iashenko Lehtinen does some good work. Gets it out to Sador, and Sador beats Brodeur with a 31-footer.
That's his first. It ties the game. Nieuwendyk behind the goal, got it ahead. It stopped near the line and kept in by New Jersey. One shot is high. It's centered again. Hatcher is there to cover up. Fires it to the boards. Arnott fed it in. That's Sikora with it now. Tried to center. And the backhander is high and wide. Belfour is down and appeared to be out of that play.
I know it hurts, but keep up the good work, Sean.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott.
Guys.
Good rush by Holik now coming in with Pandolfo. Huck around the net. Lemieux tried to center. That pass was picked off. Lemieux comes in again with Holik. Lemieux got in front. A dangerous spot for him. Hatcher. Dallas. Stevens. New Jersey, the two captains. Attacking. The Dallas Stars stop. McKay up after it. McKay takes it off the boards. Slipped it back to the line. No shot from there. A little backhander into the glove of Belfour. He had no problem with that. Niedermayer tapped it into the corner. Crowd in there again. Sikora centered it. Scrambled for it. Knocked away in time by Clement. Was in front of the net. Long shot. Glove. And knocked down by Belfour. There's Eliash who's down.
And here's what happened is Hatcher jolts Elias from behind with one of those cross checks to the back that kind of gives him a whiplash.
Inside the line, and the horn goes to end the first period. Koharski and McCreary just watched the period go, and it was not a bad period at all. And Sikora gave it to Arnott. He blasted in from center to the boards in the corner. Modano gave it away. Arnott shot, and the rebound cleared by Belfour. I don't think Belfour saw the quick shot. It was cleared away from him and out again. Stevens nearly lost it to Hull. They bring it into Hull. He had to turn to shoot it, so he backed it up near the line. Flipped it in front of the net. Gano missed the pass. It was high. Couldn't knock it down. And it was cleared out of the zone by Lehtinen. Niedermayer again. He's a great skating defenseman if he can really get going. Having a tough time finding the first move. Now McGinley comes down the boards. Stops. Comes inside. The shot on. And Belfour makes the stop. But that was a great move to get in for the shot.
Our Bud Light Stanley Cup summary. Teams winning Game 1 of the Cup final, 48-13 series record. Last 4 Cup defenders to reach a final, repeated as champions. Dallas trying to do that. And 4 of the last 5 Cup final series have ended in 4-0 sweeps. Odds are not going to happen here.
I sure wouldn't bet on it. I mean, there are no surprises defensively. I think that most of the sweeps that we've had over the last 6 or 7 years have been a result of one team coming up against another one and having a great defensive system.
Danica score! Oh my! Let the celebration begin in the Danica household. It must be a leap year. Kenny Danica to the One Devils. Oh.
As long as nobody deflected this on the way to the net, Kenny Danica can love it. He's going to love it anyway. John Madden, great on the face-off. Right there. The block and pull on Guy Carbonneau. Then he got help from Sergei Breland. Back to Danico. Danico took a little peek. Let it rip. Everybody looked like they were trying to jump out of the way of that. I'm not sure it hit anybody, but we do know Eddie Belfour was screened. It came to him, and he didn't know where it hit him. By the time he had figured it out, it had carried him between his pads and behind him.
Kenny Danico is not a goal scorer, and he is a beloved teammate, as you saw the New Jersey Devil players react as if all of them had scored it. Kenny Danico gives the Devils the lead.
Elias comes in with a shot that hit a leg and went wide. Hatcher had to hurry back. Sikora was in front of him and got the puck. Trying to center it. It hit Hatcher's skate. And Dallas pick it up in their own zone and skate out with it. A long shot, a broken stick, and it's a two-man break. Make that free with Sikora coming in. Sikora gets a pass back to the line. Fired in deep again by Arnott. Centered! And Belfour coming out to cut the angle on Eliash.
No penalty call. Here it is right here. Arnott does the spin around. And then right here, he kicks the feet from underneath Morrow.
Through center, Niedermayer stopped that long clearing pass. He and Danico together. Danico's first goal of the playoffs a moment ago, giving the Devils the lead. Here's Gomez, and here's Nemchinov around the net. Nemchinov hanging on to it. A good playmaker. Nemchinov had it poked off a stick, gets it back from Mogilny, centered it. Mogilny and Gomez with it. Back to the line. A shot doesn't get through. Sidor moves out. Good move up the line. Sidor comes in, and the shot through the crease and out the other side. Zubov can't make the pass clean. Who are ahead 2-1. Dallas trying to recover. Inside the line, Marshall, it's played back. Nieuwendyk looks back to the line, decides to shoot anyway. Back to the line again. Madsen's hard shot is wide. Sim could not catch up to that, but he's in forechecking for Dallas. And he's a great skater, John Sim. And he stopped his man. Crowd wanted a penalty, but no dice. It's Carbonell keeping it in for Sim. Centered it, right in front of the net. Brodeur down. The puck is in the net, but the whistle had gone. That will not be a goal.
Referee Don Koharski was off to the right of Brodeur and lost sight of the puck. If you had been on the left side of the net, I think you would have seen that the puck was really never held. So this is a tough break for the Stars. Let's watch and listen.
Boy, that was close.
Well, look where Koharski was. He had to look through the goalie to see the puck.
New Jersey leading. Niedermayer gets a little skating room, and there he goes. Up over the line. Niedermayer cuts in from outside, around the net, looks around everywhere, and then gives it away. And 3 Dallas Stars are away. Down the wing, Marshall. Had to reach for it. Drop back. Here's a chance. Nieuwendyk. Oh, and it's off a skate and just wide of the goal. It's shot away down the ice. The Devils get in trouble, and they ice it.
He limped off in a lot of pain.
See whether or not he can take the normal shifts or not. Here's Modano with it. Modano, Letnan, and Hull. Modano's got Hull in a trailer. What a save! What a save! Muck it out! Martin Brodeur on Brett Hull.
Grand theft. Grand theft. Mike Modano, the first daylight he has seen in this game. And you see what happens when Mike Modano sees daylight? Wham! Away he goes. Tried to get around Rafalski. Did. Was able to launch a knuckleball that handcuffed Marty Brodeur. Yeah, that qualifies as grand theft right there. Brett Hull thought he had a tap in. It was like a 2-inch tap in golf with cellophane stretched over the cup because Marty Brodeur's glove was right there.
There's Modano, fire side, 2 fire for him. Rafalski got it up. Breland left it. Elias! Right out of the room. Elias center. Breland score! Peter Sikora!
Oh. What a play! What a play! These 2 players, Sikora and Elias, we talked about them as being the 2 guys that have the most chemistry. Chemistry is just sensing one another out there. It is not seeing one another in passing. First of all, Sikora sent Elias in, and Eddie Belfour stoned him. Ed Belfour bought into the wraparound from Elias going around the other side, but Elias had already figured out where Peter Sikora was and made a perfect backhand pass. It's magical. They're awesome.
They are what the Devils have not had in years gone by. They are speed, talented speed.
It's a 3-1 Devils lead. 8:40 left in the second period. Niedermayer and Danico, but it goes to Nemchinov. Gomez bumped off the puck. However, the defenseman Niedermayer was up there and gets a chance for a shot. Does shoot it right on. And Belfour had the angle on that. Nemchinov on the puck in there again. Working hard for New Jersey. Look at him. Back and forth around the net. Finally, they pin him on the boards. But it's cleared out in front, and Mogilny is up there now. Mogilny around the goal. Comes out. Past Danico. Here he comes. The shot deflected off a skating wide. Muller flipped it ahead. Good for King. Up with Carbonell. King back to Matvichuk. Couldn't thread it through. Gomez up there with Breland. Coming in on the big defenseman Hatcher. Hatcher will play him and play him hard on the boards. Although he stays on his feet. Hatcher now bumped off the puck, and it's cleared back out. He was stopped by Stevens, but now he's in there and picks it up. Around the net, shoots! Just missed. Oh, good play to get a shot away. Modano now, that high shot is blocked. And it's swept away and down the ice. Fires it away. And back out for Arnott to center. Banked it in on the boards. Dallas was back. Marshall was stopped. Sikora tried to move it up over the line again. 4 of them in on the boards fight for it. And the referee calls the play. And a push and a shove and maybe a little right jab here and there. But so far, nothing serious. But it could happen. Watch out.
If the referees are sorry they haven't called a penalty, they can call one here if they want to.
Puck stopped at center by Niedermeyer on that faceoff. Hatcher took his time going back, and Gomez was in behind him. Made him hurry the pass. The Devils keep it in. Gomez! Rebound! Just wide of the goal. McGillney on it again. Fanned on the first pass.
I'll tell you, those two do have magic. Offensively, working together. Pandolfo leaves it for Stevens. And Stevens will dump it in. Claude Lemieux trying to work it around Sador. Could not. Brett Hull. Hull feeding it up for Modano. Intercepted by Lemieux. Hit by Lettman. Dug out. Good play to Pandolfo. Pandolfo moves it in. Stevens a trailer. Stevens some room. Shot. Score! Scott Stevens!
The New Jersey Devils are on a big-time roll, and they have the Dallas Stars on the run here in Game 1, big time. Ed Belfour was flawless against Colorado. He played a perfect series. He has been less than perfect here. That was a stoppable shot. He did not let in one stoppable puck against Colorado. That's why both Sylvain Cote and Guy Carbonneau just went to him and tapped him on the pads and said, it's okay, it's okay. Scott Stevens looked for the pass. It wasn't there. Decided to take the shot. Ed Belfour would have stopped that puck if it had been a Colorado shooter, but this is a different series. And as happens so often, the tide kind of comes in and the tide kind of moves out. And Ed Belfour now, they've gotten to him for, well, games and games and weeks. But he was due for a game where somebody got some pucks by him. The Avalanche are sitting at home saying, why couldn't it have been us?
Broder, shot by Muller, missed the goal. Carbonneau took a look. Nobody open, so he shot it behind the goal. Dallas trying to get one before this period is done. 2:45 left in it. It's a centering pass. Cote's shot, he was open and blocked. Kept in, but now they'll skate out with it. Niedermeyer, the defenseman, brought it up on the right side with Greenland, goes to the net. Niedermeyer doesn't get the pass. It's center. The wicked shot is wide. Matt Tkachuk, who now kicks it away across his own line. Hatcher straight up the ice. Neale! Elias back down there. Look out. Arnott with him. Shot blocked. But off the net. In the final minute of the second period, it's cleared in at the side of the goal. Lemieux is bumped out in front of the net. Now they get it to Lemieux. What a shot. Sharp angle stop by Belfour. Belfour and Lemieux close together, and Belfour hit his man. Long shot off the goalpost, and it stays out. They have 3 more scoring chances. The horn goes. Period over. 9-7 the total shots in the period, New Jersey. They got the 3 goals. Welcome back to the Continental Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's a little power play coming up for New Jersey. 15 seconds left in the Dallas penalty. And takes the return pass through the middle. Pandolfo shoots the puck in wide of the net. And again, Ogiek is up there in a hurry, causing a problem. He gets the puck in front of the net. You reach for it and just missed getting one by Belfour. And it'll be Manson skating the puck out. He made a great play to get it over on this near side. Ashenko couldn't make the second play, and Keane fired it back in front. Shot blocked, and it's cleared away from the danger area and lifted to center by Mogilny.
Hall, Modano, Morris still out there. Modano in the corner, moving into the middle. Modano trying to take over here. Shot wristed wide. Rebound all the way to the blue line. Dropped into the middle. A little room. Back in the rim. Score!
lucky to execute. A backhand shot to the short side on a rope. Watch this. Breland looked. He knew he had somebody coming with him, but Zubov was cutting him off. He just ripped it to the top under the crossbar, went to the shelf, and Sergei Zubov is on the ice for yet another goal against with Daryl Sador. What a shot. What an amazing shot. Ed Belfour went down to take away low. You got to do that. That's not a goal that Eddie Belfour should have had. That was just an executed shot that beat Ed Belfour. The shot was way too good to be stopped.
Sergei Breland and a 5-1 Devils lead. A 5-1 lead. 4 goals on the last 9 shots, and they're going for more. Tipped in the corner. Sador Elias centered. Block! Score! Peter Sakara! Wow! Wow! Ken Hitchcock is now faced with a decision that I'm sure he couldn't have contemplated happening, and he's already made the decision. I was going to say, do you pull Eddie Belfour out before it gets worse and really messes his head up maybe? Manny Fernandez, who has not played, will now come off the bench to make his first appearance, and Eddie Belfour has been knocked out of game 1, giving up 6 goals on 18 shots.
It's amazing. The man that was unbeatable, the man that was perfect, flawless against Colorado has now been pulled. Now the bounces are even going the Devils' way. That bounced off of Darian Hatcher's skate, went right to Peter Sakara, and he ripped it under Eddie Belfour's right arm, a knuckleball. Boys are trying to love him up here a little bit, giving him the little noogies in support.
6-1 lead, and Eddie Belfour has been knocked out by New Jersey. Look at Scott Gomez. Is he saying game over?
This game's over. Well, you might have a couple of shifts left there, Scotty.
Well, how about this? Manny Fernandez has played in his career 2 minutes of playoff ice time in net.
And Modano comes up across center ice. Mike Modano gets over the line, nearly got in. Little backhander got through, and Brodeur shot that. Look at that breakaway pass. Offside.
Let's take it away. Rafalski will play it back in behind the net.
Who would want to volunteer to be with him?
Nobody, absolutely nobody wants to be in there while he's doing that. Rafalski comes back to pick it up. Eddie Belfour out, Manny Fernandez in, Bobby Holik off the near side wall. Matvichuk caught up with him. Elias waiting as he came back to him. This line has continued to be very offensive, especially if you're wearing a Dallas uniform. Near side Rafalski along the blue.
Amazing. This is absolutely amazing. A complete collapse by the Dallas Stars and a killer instinct, dominant kind of game by Larry Robinson's Devils. Whoa! They're making it look easy. It isn't. Rafalski to Malakoff. To Holik in the corner to Arnott. Bang! But Richard Matvichuk wasn't even able to get a crack at him. I mean, even after Arnott scored, Richard Matvichuk looked like he hardly even grazed him. The life has been sucked out of the Dallas Stars here for game 1. The question is, how quickly can they get it back?
It'll be the Devils getting it out. McGillney sweeping away from center ice and coming in. McGillney cuts inside, right in, and it's stopped by Fernandez. But what a play by McGillney. Sador runner played it again, then back inside the line. Lyashenko knocked it down, but couldn't continue on. Comes to the line, all right. Sador shot, blocked, no rebound. Carbonneau wins the draw, shot, score! High shot by Sim, right from the faceoff. And Carbonneau winning that draw so cleanly.
It is impossible defensively to get out to the man in the slot when the draw is won as quickly as Carbonell won it to Sim. And Brodeur had no chance. Here's how fast it happened. You can see McKay's job is to stop at Sim and go on to the point. He didn't even get a chance to stop. There's McKay. Perfect shot.
Dallas attacking again. Score again. Wow, Muller was open in front of the net, and it was 7-2, and now 7-3.
Kirk Muller, who had got no points in 11 straight playoff games, gets this goal by going to the net with his stick on the ice. Now, these goals are not going to get the Stars back in the game, but they are going to make some guys who haven't scored for a while feel a little better about themselves. Danico gave the Star right winger way too much time, Carbonell, and he made the perfect pass to Muller, and we have a 7-3 game.
Cut it out across the line to center, went up after it, had a stick lifted, and they're back in. Elias to the left, picked off Arnott, shot, blocked. Lyashenko got it back. Lettinen tried to feed it in front and did. But they were covering this time, and here goes Niedermeyer. They catch him, but McKay got a shot. Nearly got the rebound. Lost it now, but at the line is Melikov. Look out, shot, blocked. And it goes wide, and then diving for it is Fernandez with a crowd in front of him. But Manson was back here. Dallas moving out. Stopped at the line by Lemieux, but he couldn't hang on. Olik does with Pandolfo, with Lemieux. Can't shoot it. Had a stick lifted at the last second, but he keeps going away from McDonald. Centered it. And the goalie, Manny Fernandez, had to fall on it on the post and hang on to it. 5:30 left in this one.
How about his big offense?
There's the last face-off. Danico shot, blocked. Thorne goes. This first game is over. Final shots in the game by New Jersey 24 and by Dallas 18. And the final score in game one, the Devils 7 and the Dallas Stars 3.